What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Back at it again with another banger, my friends. Y'all know the vibes by now. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
So we got the drawings. Of course, we know UCLA got the overall #1 seed. South Carolina repping the Birmingham region, and it's all going down this week. So before we get into the tournament, man, I just want to talk about a few players that I think will be nationally known names after this tournament is over that have a chance to completely take over March with their respective squads. First off, I gotta start off with Chloe Kitts, man, out of South Carolina. She is a player that Don Staley has been extremely hard on, and for good reason, demanding that she shoot the ball more and be aggressive and less selfless. And Chloe Kitts is taking it to another level. We talking about SEC tournament MVP, has been in her bag the last 2 months with the aggressiveness, playing with an all-time high in confidence. And I think this tournament is where Chloe Kitts breaks out and becomes an absolute national sensation for the #1 seed South Carolina Gamecocks, and she will be a big key in their efforts to repeat as national champions. But I just love the confidence, the effort, the tenacity she's showing on the glass, down low, taking people off the dribble. She's showing an expanded game. Something I talked about a lot, man, was how I saw her in the gym, like working on her perimeter game, like clips of her just working on the handle, working on the perimeter shooting, and we are seeing that grow to fruition right in front of her eyes, man. Like, she is a legitimate threat from the mid-range, from the three-point line. She can get it off the dribble, get to her spot, elevate over smaller defenders. She's blowing by bigger defenders off the bounce. Like, Chloe Kitts, honestly, we saw early in the season, like, she had barely scratched the surface on her game and was still putting up numbers, averaging a double-double for the first couple of months. And then it slowed down, but she has built her confidence back up, and I think she's ready to completely take over and lead the South Carolina Gamecocks to another championship. Now, obviously, it's by committee. It won't just be her, but Chloe Kitts is ready. She's ready. She's waited her time. It looks like she's finally gotten it in her mind like that. That switch has flipped, and it's like, okay, this is my squad. I'm putting us on the map right now. I'm taking us wherever we need to go. If we need a bucket, get on my back. I got us. I'll go get us one. Chloe Kitts definitely looks like a bona fide superstar waiting to happen, man. I think she is going to blow the doors off March. I think she's going to have an incredible tournament. I'm excited to see her playing at this level that we all knew that she could all along. And, you know, just salute to her for fighting through adversity, sticking with the program, trusting the process, trusting herself, staying quiet, putting in the work, and just doing whatever the coaches are asking her to do. Salute to her. Player number 2 is another familiar name who has definitely battled against some odds, Haley Van Lith.
I just had a feeling. I was like, you know what, Dad? I was talking to my parents. I was like, I need to go check TCU out. Like, something about it, it was just on my heart. Like, God was putting it on my heart. And as soon as I came on campus, like, I knew this was the place for me. I think my relationship with Coach has been a huge blessing, not just basketball, like my faith, my life, how I operate every day, my values. Like, it really has been a part of God's plan for me to be here this year. And, you know, he's challenged me a lot to open up and be vulnerable with him and, you know, really show who I am. And I'm working on it. Again, not perfect, but I couldn't be more thankful for him. And, you know, we talked about what we thought this team could do, and we've exceeded that. So, like, whatever that conversation was way below what we're doing right now. The way I'm playing is way below what we were talking about. So, yeah, it really has been cool. But it makes you hungrier. Like, I'm not satisfied with that. Like, there's something about it that, like, I just want to keep eating more. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
When you think about what she went through, leaving Louisville, going to LSU, just completely losing her confidence, being like the fifth option, getting benched at one point, having the whole internet trolling her, getting cooked in the NCAA tournament, like all the expectations we had for her at LSU was just not living up to the hype, not living up to the expectation. It left a bad taste in people's mouth. So what did she do? She took her extra year, jumped to her third school in 3 years, a last chance U situation, and went to TCU with a coach that believes in her, that's building an upstart program from the ground up, a team that hasn't had much basketball success on the women's side before these last couple of years. She goes and bets on herself, new school, new program, new system, and wins Big 12 Player of the Year, Big 12 Newcomer of the Year, and leads TCU to their first ever regular season title as well as their first tournament title, man. Hailey Van Lith, this is what needs to be said.
Things that are involved in transferring, but this is such a good example of why fit is important.
You're such a classy lady, so respectful. I'll just say it like this. Let the apologies be as loud as the disrespect when it comes to Hailey Van Lith.
Yes. I need the apologies to be as loud as that criticism was. As crazy as people was talking about Hailey Van Lith, like she's not one of the coldest buckets in college basketball. Like she's not one of the best guards in the country. Like she's not a future pro. People was talking crazy on her name, man. And I did not like the disrespect. She has come out and been one of the best stories in women's college hoops this year, man. Just her effort, her tenacity, averaging close to 19 a game, averaging a career high in assists, rebounding the ball well, running the show, proving that she is a legitimate lead guard, a legitimate point guard that is capable of not only orchestrating the offense, but confident, three-level scorer, getting to her spots, man. One of the best mid-range games, one of the best ISO players who doesn't get enough credit. One-on-one, Hailey Van Lith is an absolute problem. Maddie Connor, Sedona Prince, like, TCU is definitely going to have a chance to make some noise, man. Don't sleep on them. Big 12 champs, playing with a lot of confidence. Got a lot of veterans on this group that have played a lot of basketball, man. I think their coach, as far as just a bona fide leader and players coach and making your players believe in their efforts, in their talents, man, hey, they're getting it done at TCU. So I definitely think that she's in for a big tourney, man. I know, she's been to the Elite Eight. She's played at the highest level. Last year didn't go as planned, but she's completely revamped her career, her draft stock, and she has more chances to add even more to that, bro. But Hailey Van Lith, definitely a name that is very well known in women's hoops, but I think she's getting her get back. This is the Hailey Van Lith revenge season so far, and she's definitely getting her get back, and she ain't forgot. Moving on, another two-way impact player, in my opinion, man. Oluchi Okananwa, man. ACC tournament MVP, one of the first to come off the bench and win the tournament MVP. When you talk about, she's one of the best perimeter defenders in the country, like lockdown defender, seatbelt gang, straps, cuffs on your wrist. You got the right to remain silent. Like if you're going up against Duke and you see her across from you, it's going to be a long night. But on top of that, man, she really found her scoring stride, averaged the most points for this team off the bench. Jump shot was falling, stayed aggressive, getting to the cup. Like really grew, like as an underclassman, really made huge strides this season. And I'm excited to see what Duke does, man. Coach Carol Lawson has her best team that she's had in program history. Love Ashlyn Jackson, love Reagan Richardson, love Mayer, love Toby Fournier. Like there's just so much talent on this Duke team. But Okananwa is definitely a big part of that, with her defense impacting the game on that end, but also being able to score the basketball. Great first step, nice burst, plays hard, intense, and you can just tell that she's not only just worried about scoring the basketball, like she can impact the game in so many ways. She is the ultimate spark plug for this Duke team, and hey, they're going to be a tough out. I'll tell you that right now. Now, they're in a gauntlet of a bracket, no lie, but they are going to be a tough out. Could see them against UNC, could see them against South Carolina potentially. So I'm excited though. Duke depth, long, athletic, one of the best defensive teams in the country. Okinawa, a big reason why. And on top of that, now the offense is coming along. We felt like Duke could be a Final Four team if that offense ever caught up, and it absolutely has. They're making shots. They are extremely dangerous. Speaking of making shots and extremely dangerous, man, can we talk about the Ivy League champs and Hermione Turner, bro? One of the best scorers in the country, and nobody gives a damn because she plays in the Ivy League. What'd she say? Nerds can hoop too, man. She went for 44 in the semifinals, first off. Then finished it off with another 20-plus point game. Led them, they were the 3rd seed, bro. Led them over the top 2 seeds in the Ivy League. And when you talk about just highly decorated player, one of the best to walk through Harvard's doors in program history, the only player to win Ivy League Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year in her career. She's top 15 in a lot of stats. She leads them in scoring. She's assists, like she's dropping dimes. But just when you have great guards and experienced players in the NCAA tournament, you got a chance. Harvard's one of the best defensive teams in the country. They guard really well. They force turnovers. They force teams into tough shots. But then you got Turner out there averaging over 20 plus per game, giving out cold bucket straight work on any given night. Oh my goodness. When you talk about a player that is just out there hooping, bro, 3-level scorer, gets it off the bounce, one of the purest, most beautiful jump shots that we've seen in the country, like tenacity. I think it's the showmanship for me too, man. Like the way that she approaches the game, the flair that she plays with, the passion. Like she is one of the most exciting players. And I think, anybody watching this, you could probably count on one hand, if any, how many Harvard games that you watch this season. But she is must-watch TV, and watch out for Harvard, man. I think they could catch some teams slipping if they are not on their A game, man. But Turner, definitely a WNBA prospect, in my opinion. Harvard degree, she can do whatever she wants to, but a super underrated guard that has been doing it for Harvard for a couple of years now. Really, really deep bag, can just really score the basketball, man. She's going to be on the top of everybody's scouting report when they match up with Harvard, but she's unselfish. She drops dimes as well, man. One of the most complete guards in the country. Watch out for Turner. I definitely think she's going to be a big-time player in this March Madness, and I'm excited to see her get the attention on the major platform that she deserves. It could be like a Steph Curry type run that we saw at Davidson a while back. That's the type of talent Turner has, man, at Harvard, and she's got a really good supporting cast, too. Rounding out our group, man, this is more so of a team to watch out for than an individual player because they got some serious hoopers. That is the 3-time defending Summit League champ South Dakota State Jackrabbits. When I say they got shooters on the court, I'm talking about they letting that thing fly. Well coached, 25th ranked team in the country, lights it up from 3, has a really good post player as well, man. I like the Jackrabbits. I love that they're well coached, they're disciplined, they move the ball really well. I love that they play team basketball, man. And they have a group of seniors that has been together for a while that really play hard together. A group of upperclassmen, I should say. But leading the way, bro, you got to talk about the big Brooklyn Meyer, 6'2", averaging 17.4 points, 5.8 rebounds, 1.9 assists, shooting at 63.9% from the field, can shoot the 3 as well, very skilled, very fundamentally sound, very smart, high intangible basketball player. Then you got Haley Timmer, junior guard, averaging 13, shoots over 40% from 3, like really lets it fly from 3, knockdown shooter, not afraid to take the big shot. You got the senior Paige Meyer, who shoots it really well, averages 5 assists as well, runs the show as the point guard for this group. She leads the team in assists and really, really runs the show for this group, man. She's the drink that stirs the straw. They also have Madison Matowitz, who shoots the ball extremely well, and they're kind of deep, man. Like they go about 10 deep. They've got a plethora of players that play over 10 minutes a game. They're going to push the pace. They're going to play fast. They're going to shoot the basketball, and this is a group that has played some big-time competition that I think could definitely definitely shock some teams in their own respective bracket as well. When you got guards that can make plays for themselves, create off the bounce, you move the basketball, you're constantly in motion, keeping teams running around, chasing you, and you can make the three, and you got a big that can rebound, block shots, and Meyer, and really runs the floor well. Like, you definitely got a chance to make some noise. So definitely do not sleep on them Jackrabbits. I'm telling you right now. And we'll keep having content. We'll keep locking you in with the tourney. Definitely. Y'all know the vibes. Thank y'all for showing so much love, support. I mean, and man, we've just seen so much over the past couple of weeks. So thank y'all so much. None of this is possible without you great people. But like I said, we'll keep y'all updated with more tournament talk coming up throughout the week. That is a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. This is the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. And until next time, my people, also follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. Now, until next time, we out.